What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another market review. Today is the 21st of October, Tuesday. It's couple minutes past 10 right now that I'm recording this video. Was caught up taking care of some other stuff, but let's get right into it. So today we had a bullish day, but we ended up still closing down on Nasdaq. So we opened up right here, traded down, went back up, and then we came right back down to close here. So bit of a small range there after this big buy up yesterday. I was expecting a push to go back to take those daily highs, the previous daily highs. We actually did see the daily highs, but I was expecting a bigger push to take us to all-time highs, but we didn't quite get that. So this week opened up and see where we at right now, going up. So right now we opened up the daily candle for Wednesday already, expecting price to probably trade down into this um fair value gap on the daily, and then we can go higher. I think we have CPI Friday and some other news that can give us some volatility, but the market has kind of slowed down. So the trades that I took today, I took some buys on Nasdaq during today's day session. I also took some sells on GU and I took some buys on gold. Gold actually sold off today, come all the way down. Biggest drop since I think they said around 2013 thereabout, something like that. Big drop, over 3% drop on gold today. It was expected because we were going up a bit parabolic. So yeah, but let's get right into the trades that I took. So going down to the lower time frame, let's start with the first trade that I took. Let me go to the 4 hour, go to the 1 hour time frame. So the first trade that I actually took was on GBP. No, it was actually on gold. Yeah, man. So on gold, I took a buy on gold during London session. Where is it? It was all the way up here. So price was being supported by this down close candle. This order block here. And I caught the buys from this low right here. I exit right here, and as soon as I exit, it kind of just came back and stopped out the little runner that I had, and price just melted. I didn't expect this big acceleration. I thought it would have probably came down to this fair value gap to continue higher. But see, we had actually ran the highs here. So that was a bit of an indication. But see, we came all the way back down into these lower time frame zones, taking out quite a bit of liquidity, and anybody who bought the last couple of days would have been stopped out. So they got rid of all of the people that just got in for the buys, and we're actually making a little bit of a recovery now. I don't know if we make it back up to here or coming back down again. But the other trade that I took was on GU. The other trade that I took was on GU. I sold it in London twice. I sold it here and it came back and stopped me out, and I sold it again, and I didn't get much follow through on the price action. I was up around 0.5% at one point in time before it came back and stopped me at break even. But it was a bit of a struggle to to go down. So I just decided to just leave it. And the other trade that I took today was on Nasdaq, because I get about 1% from gold. This stopped me out for 0.5%. And then now this trade that I took on NQ, but the trade that I took on NQ was right here. So I took some buys after we came down and took out the London lows. Took some buys, was expecting a bit more follow through to the upside, like I said, but I just closed it here when I realized it was late in the afternoon session and I see that price not holding up properly. So I just took out everything. I made quite a few entries inside of here on the PO3, 15-minute PO3, because I was doing it from my phone. Um, the entries from here was some small entries, like I was using like 0.1, but I end up making like 0.5%. So currently the account is sitting at around 1% in profit. So if I didn't take that loss on GU, or if I did close out the follow through on GU, then it would have been better. But nevertheless, I like how I manage the trades. I like how this day turned out. The price action wasn't the cleanest on both of these, and that is the reason why I didn't come with more profit. But I still followed my rules and everything, and that's how we ended up turning out. So this is this is GU, just choppy, expecting a sell off, but it is like it just wouldn't follow through on the job. This was the weaker asset. EU came up and then it just sold off properly, um, continuing to the downside. Still expecting further downside on this, but if I get a trade in London, then I might look for an entry. But let's get down to the 15 minutes time frame. So let me see if I can go to the left a bit. So this was the trade that I took on gold. Just a small buy here, going all the way up, and I got stopped at break even. I think I left like $30 floating, and it came back to stop out at break even. It would have been probably 1.5% if I had just take off everything at the highs here, but I was expecting more of a pullback and then continuation. However, that end up didn't happen. On GU, see how it looks just like a mess here. Like price just wouldn't price just wouldn't melt. Expecting the sells, but there was a back and forth battle between GBP and the dollar. So when I sold it here first on the drop, my stop should have been above the highs here, but I had the stops right here, and that's the reason why I got stopped out right here. But the initial entry that I took, if I had held, if I didn't get stopped out, it would have went into probably about a one almost 1% profit. This one that I entered here, it went into 0.5% because I just used less volume at the extreme here. The stops was above here, but I went break even after I got this push, and I didn't expect this strong push to come back up here to take out the stop at break even, because we did this, came down. I wasn't expecting this to come back all the way up, but no follow through on that trade. And on the Nasdaq now, if I can see, I was using the PO3 here entered right here. This went into a bit of a drawdown, but it was just like probably like $5 or so into drawdown. Wasn't the cleanest of entries, but these ones were the one that play out better. I got stop break even on an entry that I took here using the 5 minute and also this one here. But I ended up re-entering here. But I guess up here high would have been the best exit for some of these. But I realize I'm not getting much follow through, so I just exit everything here, being that we in strong premium on the higher time frame and call it a day right there. So that is pretty much it for today's video. Not much action, not much stuff to go over today. I guess the sales would have been a little bit better from here, but I was looking from my phone, so I wasn't seeing the price action so clean. So that is the reason why I use a small lot size here and just try to capitalize on what I can catch. So currently we traded back down. We haven't gone below the previous daily low, expecting us to probably come back down here and then continue back higher. But let us see what we get in London session. So that is it for today's video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.